My name is Cassandra Gates, and I'm the owner of Broth Baby. I first learned about nutrition when I was living in Philadelphia about 5 years ago now. I took a little class from a nutrition consultant there about basics of nutrition, and I just was immediately enlightened and felt, why doesn't everybody know about these basic things? Why didn't I know about how digestion worked? And it kind of put the light bulb on for me, and it also kind of made me feel a little bit more, I kind of felt a little bit angry as well about like the current state of our food system and the processed food that was available, and it kind of just, I felt this fire inside, and I was like, okay, this is something I need to follow. So I moved here to go to Bauman, about like 3 years ago, and then completed the nutrition consultant program. And after leaving the program, I decided to start my business. So now I run a bone broth company called Broth Baby. It was very much a passion or like a fire that I felt about this information getting out to the masses, whether it was just me talking to my family or talking to friends. You always hear about the ills of society, people gaining weight, people suffering from pain and all this, and there's never any mention of food unless it's just like kind of a surface level, like eat more vegetables. But that clearly, it hasn't been able to kind of fix a lot of the issues that are going on right now. So I kind of got into it and decided to run my own company that we make and sell bone broth to kind of help spread a true health product into the world, where I could use it, one, to kind of educate and be like kind of a talking point for people when I talk to them about bone broth, but also to kind of get people thinking in their own homes, like, what is this product? How do I use it? Oh, okay, I should cook with this. And that's really the cornerstone of what I wanted to do, is get people to start cooking again. And by making a broth based, a broth product, it's kind of, you have no choice but to cook with it. So that's kind of where I feel like the business meets my like philosophical needs, but also the nutrition needs of our clients. The most enjoyable is that it's my own thing, like I don't run on anybody else's schedule. I've never really liked the idea of having an office job, although I spend probably a lot of time in front of my computer right now, which isn't that great. But having the flexibility and the ownership and feeling in control of my own path is really awesome. The hardest thing is probably dealing with the responsibility and kind of the weight of running a product company. Just so many decisions. You just really kind of have a lot to think about all at the same time, especially if it's a small team. I just have me and my business partner, and it's a lot, for one or even two people to handle. So that's been kind of tough. The thing that I look for when we hire people, I have 2 employees right now, is really, like, I'd say conscientiousness and initiative. I really was looking for people who could foresee the next step and take that step when they're in the job. So people who kind of can anticipate what's going to happen next and already be prepared for that, rather than just kind of waiting and being told what to do. I think that's the only reason I got to where I am, is taking initiative and being willing to kind of just trust yourself and know what, really just kind of like trust yourself in making those decisions, and I think the 2 women that I do work with are really good at that. And also I try and foster like an ownership for their jobs as well, so where they can kind of bring a piece of themselves into the job and kind of highlight the things that they like to do, and I try and work with them so that kind of stays like a lively place for them, not just like, I'm the boss, I'm telling you what to do. I think it's just the knowledge that's the most important. You can't help but bring it with you everywhere you go. So whether you are running your own business, or whether you're working with, out of a doctor's office and actually consulting with clients, or who knows what else you end up doing. I feel like a lot of the people I graduated with are doing so many different things, whether they're just, being a mother, which is no small task at all. Like, you are bringing the education that you have with you, and you're touching everybody's lives, whether it's just a little tidbit here and there, you know, or the person who reaches out to you to have a conversation that may or may not really impact their health, you know, the things that you tell them. So I don't know, I think it's valuable everywhere. Give yourself time and allow yourself not to know all the answers right away. It was kind of tough to make the decision to start my own business and work other jobs to make that happen. And I think kind of having compassion for yourself in that time of just understanding that it can be a tricky road to make your own thing, to pave your own path, and relying on the support of others is really essential. So talking about it, finding people who are in a position like you, relying on friends and family for support, and not being too quick to give up.